Welcome to our series on Path to Nibbana. This is part 3, Training Your Mind. As you recall, from our first video, there's 4 steps to Nibbana. So 1, Sakrudagami, Anagami, Arihat. And there are different subjects we need to master at each level. All this is going to help us train our mind to see things as they are. Subject number 1 is learning to be the best person you can be. Subject number 2 is training your mind to stay focused. Now, a very important reminder, we are not trying to get a PhD in Samatha meditation. What we are trying to do is get our PhD in attaining Nibbana. So you have to start, but you don't have to be perfect. But you need to keep practicing and you will definitely get better. Look at your mind for a moment. It's like a stormy ocean, jumping from one subject to another. And what we are trying to do is to make our mind feel like a calm lake. So really, we are being kind to our mind, and we are trying to get your mind to go on a mini vacation. So the basics of meditation is you shine a light on one subject, and that's called the anchor, and you try to get your mind to stay on that subject. Because normally our mind jumps from one subject to the other. Practice is very important, just like if you are an athlete. More you practice, the better you'll become. And also, you don't have to sit in one place to do this. Let's say you are washing, vegetables. You could continue to practice this. You stay focused on what you do. Venerable Sudarsana Thero describes it in another way, like when you are trying to harvest paddy, first you have to grasp the paddy and then only you can cut it. So the two principles here are you anchor the mind and then you get your mind to focus on an activity. Simple basics: wear comfortable clothes, be in a safe place, sit in a comfortable chair, and make sure you finish all the urgent things that you need to take care of. And just start practicing, maybe 5 minutes, and then you can get better and stay longer. There are lots of methods, lots of great books, but the important thing is please use 1 or 2 methods. And the key here is practice. I personally find that if I take a real deep breath and let it out slowly and tell my mind to put aside all the worries and stresses that it carries and put aside my things to do list that I carry in my mind, and then I ask my mind to take a rest for 30 minutes or whatever the length of time you are planning to meditate. This is called Anapanasati, and this is again highly recommended. You sit comfortably, close your eyes, keep 2 fingers at the tip of your nose or on the top lip. This helps you to anchor your mind where your fingers are. And then you become an observer. You observe the breath going in and out. You don't force the breath, you just observe it. And once your mind is anchored on the nose or the tip of the lips, you can get your hand down to your lap and sit comfortably. Your mind will get distracted, and that's very normal. All you do is you gently get it anchored back on your nose or your lip, and you continue to observe the breath. Observation is different from forcing your breath. Imagine you are sitting by a stream and you see the water going by. It's the same concept. You are sitting, your mind is sitting in front on top of your lip or your nose, and you are just watching the breath go in and out. When you are just starting out, and if you cannot keep your focus on the breath, he recommends counting it from 1 to 10 and then backwards, like 9, 8, 7, so on. And you keep repeating that. That's for beginners, and later you don't have to do that. You can just be an observer and observe your breath. Venerable Ajahn Brahmansatero talks about another method where you sit comfortably, close your eyes. This time you anchor your mind just in front of you and you focus on two words: be in the present, be kind. And you just keep repeating it. That is the activity that you are going to try to keep your mind on. Another simple method, which is very nice, which you can practice at the time you go to bed. Once you are in bed, you close your eyes. With your mind eye, you look at your brain and you wish it well. Bring your mind eye to your face and wish it well. Your chest, heart. At each point, you just move your mind eye to that area and you wish it well. And then once you completed your body, you can think of the whole world and wish the whole world well. Keep repeating this until you gently fall asleep. So, there are many, many methods. What's important is stick with one and practice. A few minutes a day is fine, but the longer you stay, the better you would become. And then as you practice, you become more aware of your day-to-day activities. And you also start noticing what your mind is thinking. Your mind feels a lot calmer, and also it becomes more mindful, which is called sati. This is another method that is recommended to become mindful, which is just as you sit, you try to be mindful of sitting. Same with standing. You don't keep repeating it. At the time of the activity, you pay attention and you think about it before the action. That's the key. Same with walking and laying down to sleep. This is something you could do throughout the day. So why are we doing all these things? What's the purpose? Well, remember our mission. Our mission is to attain Nibbana. And how do we do that? The most important thing we have to do is contemplate. And for contemplation, a quiet and a well-trained mind is very helpful. And exactly what are we going to contemplate about? We'll discuss that in another video. So, to recap, we talked about the first two subjects we have to master in order to attain Nibbana. Next time, we will talk about the last 6 subjects under so on. This is a very important reminder. There is a lot you and I do not know at this time. So it is very important to stay humble, keep learning and contemplating. And also, please let us help each other as we go on this journey together. And I urge you to take a moment to join our mailing list at zenexercise.com. That way, we could share additional resources as I find them. At present, you'll have some free downloadable books that really help me and links to some Dhammdesana that help me as well. Thank you for listening, and please do take a moment to share it with like-minded friends.